Welcome to Born to Fight channel. This is a channel about the best fighters of all time. When we think about boxing in the 90s, names like Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, and Lennox Lewis come to mind. But there was another name, a good-looking knockout artist with movie star charisma and a tragic story. This is Tommy Morrison, a man who could have become a legend, but instead became a warning. Rapid rise. Tommy was born in Arkansas and raised in Oklahoma. From a young age, he was in love with boxing. At just 19, he turned pro. His style was aggressive, explosive, with a deadly left hook that reminded people of Rocky Marciano. And with his movie star looks, he wasn't just a fighter. He was a presence. They called him the Duke, a nickname passed down from his distant relative. None other than Hollywood's John Wayne. And speaking of Hollywood, in 1990, Tommy starred as Rocky Balboa's protege in Rocky V. That role launched him into the spotlight. At that moment, it seemed like he had it all: power, fame, and potential. But real life was about to throw punches much harder than any on screen. The glory moment. By 1993, Tommy had climbed the ranks. He was knocking opponents out left and right. Then came the big shot: a title fight for the WBO heavyweight championship against the legendary George Foreman. Foreman was a tank, one of the hardest punchers in boxing history. But Tommy surprised everyone. He didn't go in swinging. He boxed smart, stayed on his feet, used movement and speed, and won by decision. At just 24, Tommy Morrison was on top of the world, a world champion. He had the belt, the looks, the money, and the momentum. The future looked unstoppable, but the biggest fight of his life wasn't in the ring. The fall. Just a few months later, Morrison lost his title in a shocking upset, knocked out by Michael Bent in the first round. He looked unprepared, distracted. Then came another comeback, another win, and rumors of a mega fight with Lennox Lewis. But that fight never happened. In 1996, the boxing world was stunned when Tommy Morrison held a press conference and announced he had tested positive for HIV. It was the end of his career, just like that. He said it was due to his permissive lifestyle. He was banned from boxing. Sponsors vanished. The spotlight disappeared. And Tommy, he vanished with it. Denial, struggle, and tragedy. Over the years, Morrison would question the test results. He denied having HIV. He claimed the tests were false. He even tried to return to the ring and fought in a few unlicensed matches, but it was never the same. Outside the ring, his life spiraled. Arrests, substance abuse, unstable behavior. Morrison's world kept falling apart. In 2013, Tommy Morrison died at just 44 years old. Officially, it was due to complications from AIDS, but to the end, he and his family denied it. Legacy. Tommy Morrison's story is one of potential, power, and pain. He had the tools to be a superstar, the looks, the punch, the spotlight. But sometimes raw talent isn't enough. Life outside the ring can hit harder than any opponent. He left behind unforgettable fights, a role in a legendary film, and a story that still haunts boxing fans. Tommy Morrison, the Duke, was a fighter to the core, but his toughest battle was one he couldn't win.